What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gym. What's going on out there? It's been a minute. Just been real busy with life. Haven't had a chance to come on and make a video. Shout out to my man BVO Boxing and manager Marty for always trying to include me in your videos and keeping me in the loop. Like I said, I'm not dodging you guys. I just haven't had a chance to log on. I'll be back working with you guys in the very near future. But I had to come on and touch on what's going on between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson in the 135-pound division. I'm not going to say I agree with anybody secretly recording conversations they're having with somebody or airing it out on social media, things that were discussed privately, anything like that. But I think it was clear when they went on H Money a little over a year ago, and they were going back and forth, that there's no relationship between them anymore. And so they weren't, violating each other as friends. They're adversaries at this point. And I guess all bets are off. But as far as the video that was leaked of Bill Haney first, I'm going to talk about that, where he's basically saying, not even basically, he's literally saying everything Shakur said, he said in the H Money video over a year ago that Bill denied. But Bill denied saying if it gets too hot, we're going to move up. He denied, that Shakur always got the best of Devin. But he admitted to all that when he was seemingly unknowingly being recorded in that video, where he actually went as far as to call Shakur Devin's big homie, which was pretty surprising to me. And he said it was a big deal if Devin got even a moment or had a good day on Shakur, because it started off as a big gap. And even though the gap is closed, he said it's still that way to this day. So they still look at Shakur as a superior fighter, according to Bill Haney. And I can't believe that his son Devin was happy about him allowing himself to be put in that situation, to be recorded saying such things for the world to see. So I can only imagine there's some uncomfortable moments between the two of them right now, and probably some tough dialogue, because I don't think I'd be happy with my father, putting himself in a position to be exposed like that, especially speaking that way about me when I just happen to be the lightweight champion of the world. With that being said, Bill counters by releasing footage of sparring, the finish of sparring between Devin and Shakur. And he's releasing it under the guise that Devin was able to make Shakur quit. And people are running with it. I don't understand why. Because if you look at their clothes and where they're sparring, we've already seen the actual sparring. The actual sparring showed Devin Haney getting cracked with straight left hand after straight left hand during that sparring session. And we all agreed, prior to hearing what we heard this week, that Shakur got the better of the sparring. So they released the clip of after 5 rounds, Shakur saying that's it, he's done, he's tired. Well, let's remember, they said Shakur was, had just got to LA. They sparred in Vegas, so he was doing some traveling, number one. Number two, we're saying he quit. You don't quit if you stop sparring between rounds. You quit if you stop sparring during the sparring. And as far as him stopping after 5 rounds, let's remember, when they sparred, Shakur was still an amateur. He wasn't even fighting 5 rounds at that point. So 5 rounds was plenty for him. There's no shame in an amateur fighter saying that after he spars 5 rounds on the road while traveling and tired, that he's had enough. That doesn't mean he quit. We'd have to go back and look at the footage, which, we've already saw. And I'm not going to say Devin didn't have moments in that sparring footage that was released, but the overwhelming majority of the footage that was released showed Devin being tattooed with straight left hands, and Bill being very excited, trying to implore Devin to do something about it. So, it's no new information, to be honest with you. All we got was the ending of the sparring, the dialogue after the sparring that we had already watched. So I can't say you made somebody quit when we saw the sparring and you didn't get the better of the sparring. And like I said, it's no shame in an amateur saying, hey, 5 rounds is enough for me. Because at that time, albeit he was a great amateur, an Olympian on his way to the Olympics, but amateurs don't have to spar 10, 12 rounds. They don't fight 10, 12 rounds. So, I mean, I don't think it was a great move on either side, but I guess they're playing chess. They're trying to, hold court in the court of public opinion. And, they're both trying to come out on the better end of it in the eyes of the public. But I don't know what the Haneys are accomplishing besides, their diehard, devout fans are just grabbing it and eating it up. I was going back and forth with some people on YouTube last night who just, anything Bill or Devin say, they swear by him. Like I said, he's a very talented fighter. I have nothing against him personally. It is some of the moves they make, a la this move, make no sense to me. Because, again, you can't brag about making someone quit and how well you did in sparring when we've already seen the sparring footage and it didn't appear to go your way. So, with that being said, I don't know how that, puts them in any better position in the eyes of the public or people who are really paying attention to what's going on. Of course, there are people who are on either side who are not going to look at anything objectively. They're just going to stay with their guy. I don't feel I'm one of those people. Like I said, I don't agree with Shakur's people recording a private conversation, but I won't go as far as to say they were recording a conversation with their friend, because I think they stopped being friends when Bill disrespected Shakur on H Money, and when Shakur came out and aired him out then, and Bill denied what he said. So once you violate me and I say, well, if you're going to say that, I can say this, and you deny saying it, and then footage turns up of you saying exactly what he said you said. I mean, no matter how it got leaked, your credibility's kind of shot there, Bill. So, like I said, I mean, it's not a whole lot to it, but I think who got the upper hand when it comes to what's going on right now, it's still Shakur. Because all y'all did was get a clip of this man saying he was tired after sparring 5 rounds of footage that we've already seen that he got the best of. He was an amateur fighter at the time. Your kid was professional. He was fighting longer rounds. Shakur was traveling. He had gone to the West Coast, drove from LA to Vegas. Like, there's no shame in being tired, especially when you got the better of the sparring. Making somebody quit is mid-round, them saying, look, I'm done. That didn't happen. He went back to his corner after 5 rounds of what I seen, the footage I seen, outclassing Devin, and decided, all right, I'm done with this. That's not making somebody quit. So, I mean, we got to pay better attention. We got to do a little more due diligence when it comes to these things that are being said. But again, I'm not going to put too much in either side. I want to see the fight, which I know is not going to happen because we know Shakur petitioned to become as mandatory in the WBC and the BO. The BC granted it. I don't think the WBO made a decision yet. And Shakur is actually getting ready to fight a top contender for the vacant title and will have the option to fight Devin afterwards if Devin wants to at a 50-50 split. So I think he came out like roses by denying that 25% split because, again, he's going to fight for the vacant title against a lesser-ranked opponent in which he's going to get the lion's share of that purse. And then when he fights Devin, he's going to get an equal share of the purse. So good business by Jay Prince, good business by Shakur Stevenson. And also, all that tough talk from Bill Haney seemed to calm down when Jay Prince's name came up. When he came out and said Jay Prince was his big homie, and Jay Prince called him, oh, that dialect changed a whole lot. So I don't think you can talk too slick when you've already came out and called Shakur's manager your big homie, and you're on record now, exposed, calling Shakur Devin's big homie. At what point do Daniel's son disrespect Mr. Miyagi? Little homies don't disrespect big homies. They usually don't end well. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.